What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps. I want to talk to y'all about, man, look, I was just talking to y'all about dealing with a sexless relationship, a sexless marriage. Man, this time I'm going to talk to y'all about just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sometimes there really is nothing you can do, man. She is going to leave you. You can try to be the nicest guy, the most perfect guy, the best guy she's ever been with, and she will still find a way to leave you, even for that, man. I've seen women even say that God told them to leave the guy, man. Sometimes you really are just screwed either way when you're dealing with some of these women, man. It's crazy, it's unfortunate, but that's where we are, man. I've seen guys give a woman their all, like really give her their all. This is a man that is willing to die for her. This is a man that has put her in a comfortable situation, the best situation that she's ever been in before in her life, and she still is not happy. You know, there's one thing that I've learned. You cannot give some women, not all, because some women will most certainly appreciate the upgrade, but some women, you cannot give them better than what they're used to. You cannot upgrade their life in any way, shape, or form. They are not going to appreciate it. If they are used to getting, the bare minimum, if they are used to a man just showing up with a ounce of cannabis and an erection, you showing up with all this extra stuff of you made dinner for her and brought flowers and candy and all that, that stuff's not going to be appreciated whatsoever. She going to take the stuff from you and she's going to use it. She going to take the flowers and do something with them. She going to eat the food that you cook for her because you want to do something special for her. She's going to take the candy. She's going to absolutely take the stuff and she's going to use it. But it's not going to gain you any ground with her. In fact, it might lose you some ground because, a lot of the stuff that women be saying that they want, they really don't. When they have a guy that does these things, they think he's corny. I've heard it over and over and over. And as I said, it's only some, because there really are women who appreciate the extra effort that a guy would do. See, when it comes to the whole cooking thing, I'm not cooking for a woman, man. I'm gonna just keep it to y'all, keep it a buck with y'all. I'm not cooking for a woman, man. A woman can cook for me. I'm just not cooking for a woman. There are things, some people love languages, is acts of service. And I guess making them something to eat is one of the things that you can do. They're about to turn this here. All right, let me move a little bit. Acts of service is something that you can do for them. I just have to do something else, man. I have to cut the grass or something, rake the leaves, something. I'm just not cooking a meal for a woman. That's something that I believe that a woman should be doing for me. I personally, and I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that's a special example, but I personally have never seen any man cook a woman a meal and it ever gained him any respect or adoration from her, because in most cases the other guys that she's been with ain't done that. So you can get away with this. I personally just am not going to. There are some women that you make them a meal, they are just gonna melt because no guy's ever done something like that for them before. But it just seems like it's so far and few in between when it comes to that sort of woman. I really can't even in good conscience advise you to do it, because more likely than not, it's just not gonna work out in your favor. So y'all will be like, Chris, you told me to do this, you told me to do that, and look what happened. Nope, Chris did not tell you to do that. I am telling you the opposite. Don't be cooking these chicks no meals. Don't be buying these chicks, upgrading their raggedy phone to some fancy phone. If she using some raggedy $80 random Android phone that she got at the Metro store or whatever, Don't you go out there buying her some $1,200 iPhone, calling yourself upgrading her. Nah, bro, she's not gonna appreciate it. She gonna take it and she gonna be using it. But more often than not, she gonna be using that phone to text some other dude. So as I said, I've seen men try to be the perfect boyfriend, the perfect husband, and it just doesn't work because you're being too nice. You're being the nice guy, and unfortunately, they really don't want the nice guy. I'd like to be able to tell you the opposite, that you can be the nice guy, but you really can't. I've been the nice guy before. That's how I can tell you this. When I stopped being a nice guy, when I evolved, when I became Adonis, the way women interacted with me and reacted to me was totally different. Now, I haven't been the nice guy in a very long time. I was the nice guy when I was, in my early teens. It was some chick that I was messing with. And keep in mind, I was just a teenager. I think I was like 13, 14 years old, something like that. This chick that I was dealing with at the time, I guess you could say she was like my girlfriend or whatever. Man, she was messing with all types of dudes on the side dealing with me. And I noticed every guy that she dealt with outside of me, they had something in common. They were kind of the bad boy archetype. And I think that's what kind of molded me into leaning into being more of that. I don't think I'm as much of a bad boy now. Some would disagree, but I've calmed down considerably compared to how I was in my late teens and all through my 20s. Man, y'all, oh boy. I'll tell y'all more about those days in another video. I'm not gonna get into them on this particular video, but yeah, I was definitely that guy. And it just really, those experiences, they really did teach me, do not listen to what women say, pay attention to what they respond to. So you'll always hear them say they want that nice guy, but who was the guy that they're texting? Who was the guy that they're trying to, hook up with? Who's the guy that they like, hey, when can we link? It's usually not that nice guy. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not usually gonna be him, man. And when they are looking for that guy, more often than not, is after they've been knocked up by the bad boy, and now they desperately need some nice guy to come help, because them bills is a mofo. When they need help with them bills, them standards tend to relax quite a bit. Let me get out the street from over here. But that's pretty much it, y'all. There are certain situations where no matter what, you are just doomed. But be better at vetting the woman first so that you don't end up in that situation. If she seems like, because you can just always tell. If she seems like one of those types that's going to take advantage of your kindness, that's not a woman that you want. If she seems like one of those types that typically deal with like street dudes and you're not that guy, don't deal with her, because please believe there's going to come a time where you texting her, what are you doing? And she's not replying because she getting her back blown out by some dude that's there. And the following day, she gonna text you and claim she was asleep. That's a tale that will forever be. And it more often than not happens to the nice guy than the bad boy. So which one do you want to be? You want to be the nice guy that this stuff is happening to? The nice guy that his chick is smashing the bad boy? Or do you want to be the bad boy that's smashing? Or you might not want to be either archetype. You might kind of want to be like a hybrid. But I don't recommend being a nice guy under any circumstances. Be kind, don't be nice. And if you don't know what the difference is, keep bumping your head out here. You'll figure it out. I'm not gonna give you the game on that one. I'm gonna let you figure that one out. But I appreciate y'all connecting with me as always. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.